Check, 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 check. some tonight. Was having a little difficulty getting this tube. And it looks like, alright, yeah, the bot's working good. Good deal. Yeah, I wasn't able to connect and get my bot running. Nothing. I've been working on it for about an hour. Actually working now. Good deal. Hey, VMC. What's up, man? Nothing really special going on. I couldn't sleep, so I figured I'd, hey, Brown Sugar. Figured I'd look at some rolls of these, if you haven't seen the short yet that I put out today, go find it. It's asking for, so I'm going to do a test. So I got a full box of Lincoln Cents here, and I want to find out what percentage of the coins are 82 and earlier for copper. So in one box there's 2,500 coins. So if you go to that short and make a guess how many of those 2,500 for box 1, and I've got a test box 2, closest to it will be the winner. And I'll give away these new copper rounds, Morgans, courtesy of Ron Pierce. He sent me a tube of these to use as giveaways, so pretty cool. Whole tube of them. So these will be in the, I just put them in these vacuum packs here to protect them when I send them out. But I'm waiting on another tube that I got at an auction as well. So use it some giveaways. And I've been busy doing some prep work on some forget-me-notes for the 500 sub. That's going to be a 25 likes one. That's just going to be another giveaway one. I used kind of a color shifting paint on them. Although that one, there's a 500 sub one we'll be giving away. There's one. There's one. Kind of made them fancy. I made little tedious work, but I made little miniature baby stickers to cover the seals up, and then I colored them. So a lot of time involved with those little things right there, but figured I'd step it up for the 500 stream. Got that one. That's gonna be one. There's one. These I'm still working on right here. Got another stack of them, so that'll be one. I'll put a sticker on it on both of them there. There's one. There's another one. 50 likes. A lot of work involved with those. I may keep this one, I'm not sure. It kind of reminds me of like a Hawaii note or something. I figure Ron would like that one right there. Oh, hey Ron. I'll show you real quick, Ron, since you just got in. These are some of the notes I've been working on. There's a 50 likes. That one. That one. That one. That one. That one. That one. Ron probably liked that one too. There's one. And then these I kind of like just dimpled the paintbrush and just dimpled the paint real quick all over it on that one. You guys already saw that one there. There's a 25 likes. That one. Another 25 likes. Got that one. Still need to put the little stickers on that one. That one. Then we have, let's see here. Got that one bow tie done. Hey Cindy. That bow tie's done. Let's see here. Had a couple more. Yeah, here they are. That bow tie, I got that one. That one could probably have somebody's initials or something put in on that one. I like that one too. That's a pretty cool one. So those will all be part of the 500 stream. Maybe do some envelopes or something. Lost and Finding. What's up, my man? So I may do a couple more. I mean, that took a long time to do these. But this is, that color right there is a new paint I picked up this week. That's, let's see here. I don't know what they call it. It is color shift black flash. It kind of looks like that, but I just like, it's got a nice, let me see, is it close to the color? Yeah, close. Pretty cool though. And then this one here, those were painted with a combination of these two. Color shift paint. So it's kind of hard, when the paint goes on there, it's, I don't know, it's really weird. I use an assortment of brushes to make it go on right. I don't know if it's the paper of the banknote. It just seems like it goes on slick and doesn't really want to adhere to the paper. So that's, I keep an assortment of different size brushes and stuff to use on all that. Get that going. Which one's cool? Which one you like, Ron? Oh, that one I just showed. That one. Finishing the hunt. The hunt comes first. There's two of those, Ron. There's that one and then that one. I flip-flopped the green and blue. Green's on the sides on that one and blue's on the sides of that one. And it originally just started out, I actually had these still showing on there, and I was kind of messing around last night before I went to bed, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to try to print up. So I printed up, I measured it and got the size, so I printed these up so that they would cover perfectly in that circle right there. And then I got these baby ones that I printed up, these little microscopic ones that fit perfectly over the seals, like that. So, labor of love. So this round of notes will be good ones. These will be keepers. I'm still debating whether or not to keep that one. I like that one. I was actually, the one type of marker that I use on this one, it's not a water-based marker like, most markers you buy. They're kind of a professional alcohol-based marker, and they go on. It comes with two different tips on them. But with it being an alcohol base, when you put it on the paper, you can actually take one of these. And this isn't a white pen, it's an actual blending pen that will dissolve the ink when it's on the paper and mix the two inks together, and then it kind of dries again. So you can see it's kind of colored right there, but it's pretty cool. Very expensive, but I got the two different professional artist markers. They sold them in two different sets. I think there's another set, but it's like all for facial tones and stuff on those. And then I also use these, which are these, I don't know, they call them like paintbrush tips on them. You can actually use that like a paintbrush. It bends and flexes like a brush. And then this side's a micro tip. So I got those I use. And then I also use these as well. These are your higher grade pens, I guess you call them. But they are, I think they're 0.3 millimeter tips on them for the real microscopic type of work. Choo! So those are like really super fine tips on those. I mean, the line on those is barely, I mean, you can barely, that's how thin the line is on that. Gets in there really. So that's all the stuff I use on all those notes to create them. And of course the old standby, whole bunch of Sharpies, whole bunch of different colors. I like those fine, ultra fine tips or fine point. Those work great. Those work great. So did anybody pick up anything cool at any auctions or anything so far this weekend? Or I got that dog pile of coins from Pa, so we'll see what that we'll see what those are like when they get here. Didn't you buy something, Ron, at Pa's, or no? I'm eating my slushy too. Rebecca, how are you tonight? Hope you're well. Rebecca and I share the same last name, but we're not related. We are not related. So I do have some quarters. I do got these Lincoln cents from the little test thing I wanted to do on those. I'm guessing there's probably, from the ones I've done in the past, it hovered right around 30%. Well, that's good to hear. Quarters. Ron says some quarters. Some quarters. Where's my box at? I'd like to do some quarters too. Let me pop open one of these first though. Just want to see. Then I think I'm also going to put together. So this coin you see right here on the under the scope. This is the 2018 Apostle Islands quarter. So I was thinking about putting together a little set of all the different errors that I have found on this just one coin in particular. So on this coin, if you look, you can spot these just with your naked eye. But if you look right here, like right there, and right here is the beginnings of a die chip. I've got coins that this die chip goes all the way up over here and takes up these two trees. And then you also want to look under the arm right here for a chip that'll grow. I might have one sitting right here. Hold on. Maybe, maybe not. I've got two sitting here, so I don't know. Let's see here. Here's the other one. Let's see what this one has. Okay, so you see right there, that one's the larger. The chip's even larger right here. And then, oh yeah, there under the arm. So that's the one I was talking about. That's what you want to look for on this coin in particular. It is right there under his arm. That's a big one. That's a blob under the arm there. Looks like there's one right there under his hat, kind of too. Or is that dirt? That's dirt. Yeah, so you can see there's an early stage die chip right there in the center that wobbly hands. You can see the line of it getting ready to start right there. So that's the beginning stages of one. You also want to look over here by the lighthouse too. You'll get some on both sides of that. Let's see what this one is. This one I think is just damaged. Yeah, this one looks like it's been dipped in acid or something. Look at that thing beat up. But I do have, we don't have to go through rolls. I've got sitting right here, let's see. I've got a whole bunch of these from previous hunts we could look at. And I think those W quarters VMC, those are two you don't have, according to that email you sent me a while back. So I do have these as well. Oh, I don't. Here's the new. Hey, Copper Owl. Here's the new one we added here. Let's see. Is this one? Right, left, you're toothless. I don't have the scroll going. Yeah, but the alerts will work. Let's see here. There you guys go. Hold on. Make that a little smaller there. There you go. So those will work, and I think you I think we all probably have relatives in Kentucky somewhere, don't we, Lost and Finding? PTF in the house. I do have a bunch of these. That's from a hunt on 4-1. Here's a 5-9. These are just all coins that I've pulled from previous hunts. These will be the best of the best or error rechecks that I have not done. There's one from 420. No date on that one. Here's error checks. These are all 2024. With the Indian lady to check for errors. Here's one from March. A couple there. I kind of adjusted the. Let me know. I did some adjustments on the volume of those little pop-ups. Just let me know if you can still hear them. I did not add. Let's see here. I don't think I added the boxing one to the scroll. Let's see here. I don't believe. Let's see here. Because that one cat, I'm calling it Box. For like the boxing cat. I don't know if I have added that. I have not, so let's add it real quick. I have not added it. Because I think I put that in, and that's when the program started messing up. So let's see here. We're going to add Box. And that's going to be the boxing cat.
Funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown. I amuse you. I make you laugh.
Boxing cat. Yep. So I think that will work. There we go. Done. There's a Box. Should be on that scroll now. Let's see here. Forget Me Bot in the house. Oh, look at all my points. Jeez. Got points forever. I never use them. So if you guys got any ideas, maybe we can make up a new one tonight, show you how I do those if you want to do that. By that time I may be finally getting sleepy. Let's check out some of these Zoococcus or whatever her name is. A boxing cat. I was trying. I had a hey Yoxnav. I had a YouTube short that I did. I was trying to copy that. It was from the nickel box hunts a long time ago. I was trying to copy that over and it just wouldn't work, so I had to make another one. So these are all the new, all of those quarters there. These are known for the errors. Let's see here. You want to look at that diamond right over her shoulder. You want to look at the bird. The bird's known to have a die chip right there between its wing and its neck. Then you want to look at the belt buckles or whatever right there. I don't see anything. This actually kind of looks like a decent coin. So any of the decent ones I'll keep. You know, don't have any deep scratches or anything, because I want to try to make sets of these, of the 2024s. I still haven't seen any 2025s. See, so that one's got a scratch on the face right there. I wouldn't use that one, but it may have an error. So right there, die chip on that diamond. Then you want to look at the bird. Bird has no chip on it. I don't see one. And nothing on the buckles. Some of these, it looked like they had some sort of a... Ron and I were looking at them one night. It looked like it had some sort of machine doubling on them. But I don't know if it's a trick of the light or... You know, sometimes the scope, you can't really trust the lighting of it. I don't know. That one kind of looks like it does. They're weird. Wolf Metal Stacking's in the house. I will make you a mod so you can post your stuff. Oh yeah, let me see if I can get that other chat working. The chat layout thing. That was not working last time either, was it? So let's see if we can get animated chat working. Hey, it's working. All right, hold on. We're gonna put that layout on. There it is. So if you with this chat overlay here on the side, you can do animated GIF files. Oh, it didn't add points to them? I don't know. I gotta actually go into StreamerBot and make sure he can post stuff too. Real quick. Hunter Busher is here too? Or no? Alright, Wolf Metals, you'll be able to do all the stuff in chat as well. Hunter, you can too. I did not see Hunter in chat though. Let's see here. Or do you just kind of pop in and pop out? There he is. There you go, buddy. Now you should be able to post stuff there as well. And if you go to a website, anything like that, what was that Giphy or Jiffy.com, or I don't know how you say it. And you find your animated messages or anything, go like that, copy the link, it's copied. Alright, come over here and I'll paste the link, post it, and it should be an animated message on the chat overlay. There you go. Just like that. So, hey, the Extreme Hunter, there I am. Resembles me so, with the shark. With a shark moon. What's going on, man? That's funny. That's funny. Too funny, too funny. So, oops. Now I need to move my scope. The Let's go right there. Let's check her out. Let's check her out. I'm a little too close. Let's go right here. Try it. I should be able to see it like there. Like I said, I look at on all these. I'll just check the diamond real quick right here in this area. I check the bird right there in this area, and then I also check the like right under here or right here for a die chip, kind of going to this edge of this circle. That's where you'd find the errors on those. And then these are all error checks from 420. Let's check these out. Alright, let's see here. On the Homestead, or sorry, the Harper's Ferry, you want to look for die chips right here. Die chips over here in this area. Die chips here up on the roof area. Sometimes you can find a die chip right here on the outside of this little downspout pipe here. You can find some. And then also you want to look at the first doorway here. It's hard to get them, but once you get the eye for what you're looking for doubling inside these windows, right. Looking for doubling in these windows right here. Sometimes right in here on these. I'm sure we will find one because I have a bunch of them sitting here. So this one didn't have any of those errors. Off to the side. Let's check it again. Here's another one. Wow, that's all messed up in there. Planchets jacked on that one. So I look up there in that little corner, this little corner right here. Nothing. Rooftop, nothing. Side of the building, nothing. So stuff like this is where I would use my little trusty, my little loop. Because I can just go through coin after coin after coin really, really fast. I'm trying to find one with the doubling in the windows for you. So there's one with a die chip up here. So that would be an error. Got a little chip right there in that one. Nothing up here on the roof. Oh yeah, look at there. There's the start of a big die chip right there. That's an early stage. You see that little bubble? So that would be right. Where's my pointer? So right here. Look right in that area. See that little bubble? That's the start of a die chip. Gonna be one. And then I look here on the outside of the building. Nothing right there. And there was no doubling in the windows. Nothing there. So that is an error. We'll set that to the side. Nothing, nothing, nothing. No doubling. And I think this one, they say there's over like 100 different variations of errors on this one coin. Nothing there. I kind of looked like it wanted to be. So there's a little die chip right there. Up there in that little, nope, not a die chip. Nothing on the roof. So when I'm checking the errors, I'll put all of the same coin together. So just one after the other, just go bam, 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 check them real quick. Like that, like that. I typically don't use the microscope. My eye loop does a pretty good job. I don't think there is on there. I think that's dirt in the window. Nothing. But if you go through a box and you get a whole stack of these, say you got 10 or 12 of them, it's highly likely that you'll get one with the doubling in the windows. Nothing there. Nothing out there. We already looked for doubling in the window. Nothing there. So those are, these are, I'll pull all these out when I do a search because I used to sell a lot of errors on eBay, and this was one of them that sold really well. So this is just one I just kind of trained myself to pull out of the rolls. There's a little baby die chip right there. No doubling. There's one on the downspout. So there's the downspout error I was talking about right there. Little lump. So that'll be an error. We'll set that to the side. Here's another one of the Apostle Islands. Ooh, look at there. So this is the one with that kayaker.
I want my
So there's a big massive die chip between those trees I was telling you about. Right there. Then you want to look under the kayaker's arm. Massive chip. Look at that thing. So that's a double error coin. That's a big one. And nothing up there. So let me fire up Nightbot and get some names going here. Real quick. I'm going to give that one away. Alright, so we got the bot working. Let's go to the dashboard. And... oh, and I was able to make a little, I was able to make up a little, what they call a batch file program. So now when I'm getting ready to stream, I click one button and it'll open up all the different browser windows I need, rename all the windows, and set everything to all the links I need with one button click. I love it. Because that was tedious just doing that stuff. Oops. Nightbot. There we go. Enter. Alright, let's get the bot connected to our chat. Bot is connected to chat. Yes. Live chat. And we're going to do active chatters. So I'll just pull a name from active chatters. I'll give you guys a chance to actively chat while it's going. Open to everybody. Viewers, regulars, channel members, moderators, everybody. And all you got to be is active in chat within the last 5 minutes. And we will do unique winners. Because, yep, dad jokes are free. Hey, please color me a bill, yellow and dark green. Cindy, I think you've got like 5 or 6 of the bills, don't you? I can't remember what the last ones I did for you were. Well, I do. I'd have to pull up a picture of them. Did you see all the ones I prepped for the 500 sub stream, Cindy, or did you come in after that? Done. I don't know. Did you see any of these, Cindy, that I've been doing for the 500 sub stream? That'll be a 25 likes one. There's one. These will be giveaways during that stream. That one. That one. That one. Oh, you like the 500 ones, Yoxnav? I think you got some from the 400 one, didn't you? There's a 50 likes. I may do another one of these. I like that one, how that turned out. I may do 250s. Because on the 25 likes, I plan on giving away, picking 2 winners for the 25 likes. Where's that other one at? Thought I had 2 of them. There's another 500. I haven't colored that yet. Oh, there it is. Then that one. I'm going to do a couple more bow ties. So, it'll be a fun bash. But that's your sneak peek at them. I'm going to do a couple more, maybe. I think I want to plan on doing a little auction, too, with it. Since I'll more than likely have a larger audience than I usually do. So I plan on maybe auctioning this 1985 $100 bill, or maybe doing a some sort of giveaway or buy-in or something with that. I'm planning on maybe doing. I still haven't finished these. These took too long to do, but I did 10 consecutive serial number notes. BMC. So 60, 61, 62, 3, 4. And I wanted to do them all with like Super Mario characters. So that one's finished. And you got your Koopa Troopa. That one's finished. I just don't have his name on the bottom. Haven't done anything with that one yet. There's Mario. There's a Bowser. I haven't finished Princess Peach yet. It was hard to get the face colored right. I haven't finished that one. That one doesn't have a character. We got Luigi. There's another Bowser. Roar. So that may be auctioned as a whole set. I'd hate to split those up. Really would. I think they should be sold as a set. What do you guys think? Sell them as a set? Or auction them individually? I think they should stay as a set. It'd be the best. And here's a gift I got from Can. He sent me a Namaste Pez. That's awesome. But I will have... Oh, let's see here. I will have, I may auction that one off. That's a second Yoshi. Yeah, set only, that's what I thought too. But this is a secondary Yoshi. I may auction that one off. That's an extra. I did 2. Actually, I did 3. My grandson got one. He wanted that one. So, was this the one? Hold on. Which one was it? Oh, it is that one. Alright, so the name I draw is going to get this one. Where's my scope? So, name drawn is going to get the Apostle Island with the massive chip there at the top of the trees. Oops. Big chip there. Brown sugar with a fairy. Nice. It also has the massive chip under the arm of the kayaker. That's crazy. So let's pull the bot into screen here. Where's the bot at? Nightbot. It's really small up here. We need to move Nightbot to the front like this. There we go. Alright, here we go. Good luck, everybody. Rebecca King. Good luck. She's here. That'll be yours, Rebecca King. Right there. Congrats. To Rebecca King. Double die chip. Double die chip Apostle Island for you right there. But I'm thinking about making a whole set of these up for a giveaway as well. I don't know. I'm open to ideas. What do you guys got any ideas for a judge? What you might want to see in a 500 stream? I'm open to suggestions. So this is 2018. Oh, come on, pen. Really? $2018p. Apostle. Double die chips. 2 die chips, and they're both very large die chips. Usually you don't see them both massive. So top trees and underarm. Congrats, Rebecca King. This is yours. There you go. Boom. There you go. Alright, see what else we can find here. Nice one. But yeah, I don't know if I have all the 2024s to make up some sets or not. So on the Maya Angelou, the more than likely on this one you'll see a bunch of you want to look right here around the mouth area for a die chip. They call it the Drooling George die chip. You also want to look, sometimes they call it a pearl in the hand, but there may be a die chip here in this hand. Alright. I got PTF. PTF sent, of course I have to look for it. I just set it to the side. So Ron has sent some copper rounds to use as gauze. Very beautiful. Morgan replicas. Look at that cartwheel. Very nice. So I've already started putting some of them in plastic to protect them. So I'm just cut up some little plastic vacuum packs and put them in there, so they'll be protected to all the winners that get them. Haven't been touched by fingers, so they're all been gloved hands, so should be no issues with corrosion or anything. And then I got another tube of some copper rounds at an auction last week, so hopefully those should be sent out soon. PTF Stacking has sent me a couple of gold backs, which are right here. So this will be part of some of the giveaways as well. We have Florida Goldback. Beautiful. What does that say? Oh, that's just okay. That's just a layer of it. 1/1000th of troy ounce pure gold, and then we also have another Florida. That's a pretty one. I don't think I have Floridas actually for myself. Very nice. Thank you very much, PTF. Those will be gauze as well. Very nice of you, sir. Thank you very much. You find anything good tonight, Lost and Finding? So like I was saying, you want to look for, they call it pearl in hand. There'll be a die chip maybe in either hand as well. And then you want to look for, they call it a twig and mouth air. It's kind of like a little die dent / chip. Sometimes it looks like a twig in the bird's mouth. Right there. I actually won a slabbed, later Copper Owl. I actually won a slabbed Maya Angelou coin, first strike slabbed coin, and I flipped it over and looked at it in the slab, and it had the air. It had the twig and mouth air, but it's not, they didn't put it on the label itself. But then you want to look for the double earring, and you need a really good eye loop or a microscope to see that air. And that air used to sell for a pretty good chunk of money. But it'll look like it'll look like an extra ring. That one's really shiny. But it does not have the air. Nope. And odds are you may, in a box, if you have a whole bunch of these, your odds are pretty good of finding one, maybe. But you guys know I don't keep, like, if a coin is all scratched up, it better have a really good air for me to keep it. I don't know. I guess I'm a coin snob. I don't like keeping the nasty coins that. So we're looking for a little, and there's several variations of this air as well. So if you look right, so you can see the earring right there. So when you're looking at these, you want to look, there'll be sometimes a line directly below the earring, and there are some variations that they're over here to the southwest. And I have found one that is over here. I sent pictures of it to Wexler's, and they did not reply to me, so I don't know if they got the email or not, but I think I have another variation of this error that has not been attributed. So we look at the mouth, nothing there, nothing, and then I look at the overall appearance of the coin. Yeah, from back here it's got a nice flash or whatever, but if I'm looking at it up here, the fields aren't clean enough for me to keep and to pass on to other people. I mean, if you guys see something that you would accept and for your collection, or you need it, just let me know. Otherwise, these all go back to the bank. That's not quality enough coin for me, actually, to keep, so I just toss it. So everybody knows about the Alaska Extra Claw error. This is like one of the first errors I actually found that was legitimate, that I was like, oh, no way, I found an error. So if you look right here on the claw, you can see where those claws cross over. Right here. They call that the Extra Claw error. It's on the 2008P. But while you're looking for that error, you also want to come up here and look between all the letters of great and land. You'll find die chips between all the letters sometimes. I mean, I don't see any on this one, but those are the 2 points you want to look at. And I would say 75% of this coin that you find in circulation will have an error on it. So it's a kind of a lower end, readily available error. You know, it's not like these that you're looking for that doubled earring, you're looking for something in the mouth, nothing. Then I look over here at the hands. And the pearl in hand that's her thumb. It'd be a die chip right off the end of the thumb. That's what that error is. Nothing there. Let's flip it. Look at the mouth. Little baby one starting there. But I wouldn't keep that just due to all the dents and stuff and bag marks or whatever on the face. I wouldn't keep this if it had the error. Let's find a double earring. That's what I want to find. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Flip it. See how the surface of this coin's better? Got better luster. Not as many marks. But the graders, coin graders, don't look at them with microscopes. So this is getting really picky. Once you want to look for feed finger lines too behind the ear, and that go off into the hair. I mean, that's a decent. Under the microscope, it looked decent, and see, you could tell you got your cartwheel. See how the other coin had all those marks on it? It did not have this. So that has potential to keep, to put in a set for somebody that needs it. Sure enough. Nothing there, nothing there. Oh, we got something right there. Here it is. Here's your pearl in hand die chip. Right there I was telling you about. Found one. Pretty cool. Very cool. You can see what we're comparing it to. So there's one with it, and here is one without it. With the chip, without it. They call that the pearl in hand die chip. It's been a while since I found one of those. There it is. Sometimes you'll see it in the other one. Nice. We found one. Yeah, it's been a long time since I found one of those pearl in hand ones. We'll come over here, look at the mouth, nose. There's the feed finger line error that I was telling you about behind the ear, right there. You can see those, the light picks it up right. Let's see here. There it is. So there's the feed finger lines you want to look for. And the feed finger line error is you can find that on a lot of different women's quarters. It's just not this one. That's a common thing for the error for the women's quarters, common for the mouth chip, common for the nose chip, common for defined feed finger lines. So you can see them right there between the ponytail and the neck, that sliver. Let's see if I can get it better. You can barely see them. But what it is, it's the feed finger lines continuing from the ear, coming all the way back. There, you can see them right there between the neck and the ponytail a little bit. And sometimes those will extend all the way past the backside of the ponytail. I think I may have one here. Let's see. I may have one that does that. Okay, here you go. So here's a women's quarter. This is a different woman's quarter. Let's see if it's got feed finger lines back here. Nope. 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 Wonder why I kept this one. Probably dye chip on the hair. Okay, yeah. This is the hair flip dye chip on the Woman Man Killer. Good luck finding these. I truly believe I was like one of the only people that had a box of them, because I have not seen anybody else ever sell them but me. But this, if you look at it steady under a microscope, you can see, if I get the light just right, coming off this, you'll see dye cracks coming all the way down through the hair. There'll be a couple of them, one coming down through here, and they'll end up as another dye chip right here in the back of the hair. So you'll find a lot of them that'll have this dye chip, but they won't have this dye chip. That's very funny, Ron. I like that one. Very funny. The Numismaniac, let's make you a mod, dude. Come on. Jeez. There you go. Let me make sure on StreamerBot that you are set up to do redeems. You will be now. There you go. Oh, there you go. Numismaniac, you can do redeems in chat now. And you can post little animated images over there onto the left side chat. But I call that the hair flip dye chip on that one. But this is the coin you want to look for, the double retained cud air that has a crack on both sides. I've only found one of those in my life. And those used to be very... Is this the dye chip in hand? No. Those... I don't even know where I set that one. Those the double retained cud used to be very, very expensive hairs. Boxing. Box it. Nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. You know, look quick there, quick there. Nose, nothing, nothing, nothing. Toss it. Let's see if this one's got a doubling. Any doubling in the windows? No. No chips, no chips. Nothing upstairs. Nothing down here. Toss it. Let's see what we got here. This is the 2019 Lowell quarter. We want to look for chips in the tower. I think I already did. He should already be a mod. Nothing there. Then you want to look for dye chips here along the wheel. Nothing there. Dye chips on the elbow. Nothing there. Nothing to write home about on that one. Here's another one of your Alaskas. More than likely has the extra claw air. Right there it is. Then you want to look up the Great Land. There's a dye chip right there between the A and the N. Another one between the E and the A. So there's another one there. Let's see if we got some doubling here. Look for those doubled windows. Nothing. No chips. A little bit of a dye chip right there. Nothing there. And nothing there. Toss it. Oh, I did find, shoot, where'd I put them? Check this nickel out. This nickel is missing the first O in Monticello, 1992P. I found this during a hunt. Of course, you won't be able to see it because of my stupid thing here. Come on. Check that out. I know it's upside down. Missing O. Because that grease strike. You can see the dark blotch. That's the first time I found that one. You can barely see it right there. You find one of them lost in finding? You look through a lot of nickels out there, you can barely see it. The shadow. Pretty cool. Yep, missing no. Pretty nice. I don't know if this one has a, I don't know if it had something on the front too. But to be honest with you, I accidentally found this there. I had set it aside, just kind of the toning it was on it, and then I went back and did my rechecks, and it had that on there. I was like, wow, I almost missed that one. And then, let's see here, we got a machine double, what I got right here, machine doubling reverse. Let's check this out. 1962. I have machine double reverse written down, so let's see why. Yep. Let's see here. Get a little closer. So look at the bottom of the building. See how it's doubled all the way across. All the way across. It's not supposed to be like that, and I think there was some doubling in the letters. Oh. But that's machine doubling right there. On that, I don't know if there's any on the sides. A little dirty, but that kind of looks doubled right there on the edge. That looks like two of them to me, don't it? Or is that just the shine? That's where these scopes will mess you up. I mean, because you look at it straight on, but you start tilting it, and it looks like you got two. But I think that's just a reflection of the light. Gotta be, where I'm holding it at an angle. It's got some crust on it, though. A little dirty. Yeah, that's doubled up there. Definitely. A little bit. Oh, that's a 1962. A little doubled on that one. Let's see what I got here. Small chip on the goggles, feed finger lines on the shoulder, BU coin. Wow. Well, that one. This is BU Tuskegee, brilliant uncirculated, and it says die chip on goggles. I don't know if we can see that here. Probably a small. There's the feed finger lines. If you look right here, right above his arm, and or that building goes in, you'll see. You'll see those feed finger lines right there. My light's getting in the way. Feed finger lines there. That's a really nice looking coin. Missing no grease strike. What we got here? Here's a 1941 S alloy mix error. So that's where the metals weren't mixed correctly, and you can see the lines going across the coin. There.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
I don't know if it's on reverse as well. No, it's just showing up on that side. But you can see those darker lines right there. Hooday! That's one I found last hunt. I found another VMC $50 I can send to him right there with the hole in it. He likes those. He likes those. What we got here? Oh, beauty. Here's a beautiful example of the diatrician error I was telling you guys about, with the kind of the gray. There'd be like a grayish halo around the outside of the coin. You can see it right there. And that's where it's from cold metal flow. There you can kind of see it. See how it's just kind of frosty? That's where the dye is getting really worn out. And you'll see it there on the outside there of the outside edge of the tree. Let's we'll give this one away. How about that? Look at that. That is a beauty. Very nice. We'll give that one away. Get a flip for it. It's beauty. It's a beauty. Look at that luster. I don't think it could get better than that. There we go. We'll staple that and give that one away. Who's going to be the lucky winner? Who's going to be the lucky winner? Oh, we got 25 likes? Can this be our 25 like giveaway? Let's see. I don't know. We're at 17 likes. This won't be a 25 like, but I'll still give it away. So let's put the word salt. The word salt in chat. Let me set up Nightbot. Salt will be our keyword. Jolly Roger, hey. Yeah, trying, man. I needed it. I really wasn't going to stream, but I was like, you know what? I need to stream a little bit. I've been doing a lot of prep work for the 500 sub stream. That's been occupying a lot of my time. Stick around for a second there, Jolly Roger. I'm getting ready to give away this beautiful diatrician Salt River Bay. I haven't set it up yet. Let me set it up. Salt will be the word. Let me get Nightbot going here. Sorry, folks. I don't even have Nightbot running. Let's go back. Giveaway options. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. Alright, keyword. Next will be salt. Which you all have already put in. There we go. Done. Alright, UCI is in. There you go, it's collecting names. While I clean this up. Yeah, but that's where the dyes get worn out, and it exacerbates what the cold metal flow looks like, and it creates like a whitish, grayish halo. It creates there you can see it real well. So like right in here, you can see this halo that's created around the coin from the cold metal flow. I like the look. It kind of makes them look frosty. But it just adds a little, I don't know, it just adds a little something. You can see the gray right here. That's that cold metal flow that creates that little frostiness. But that's BU out of a roll once upon a time. 2020 when I was getting boxes of this coin. There you go. So this is the 2020p. Salt River. And I have before I knew what the error actually was, I called them Halo coins, and I just kept rolls and rolls and rolls of them because I knew it was an error, but I didn't know what the error was at the time until I educated myself. So I've got tons of these tubes that say Halo, Salt River Halo or something on the top. It was real common to find these on the 2020 coins. Diatrician Halo, I'll call that. So whoever wins this knows what I'm talking about. Diatrician Halo. That's what I'm calling it. Diatrician Halo. Salt River. Let's give this sucker away. How about it? We got 11 entries, good enough for me. 5, 4, 3, 2, and oh wait, let me put Nightbot up here so you guys see it. Burning Bridge Strike Through. What coin is that on? Burning Bridge. Let me know what that is on. Alright, here we go. Here's our winner. Good luck. Alexandra R. I think I have an envelope here with your name on it. I can throw that in it. West Virginia. The only errors I really found on that one are it's a CUD. 30 seconds. Yeah, it's a CUD die chip on that lower outer rim of the coin. I've not seen a Burning Bridge one. Or if I have, I didn't call it that. 15 seconds left. And we're re-rolling. There she is. Alright. Congrats. Alexandra. R. Congrats. So here. Congrats to you. Make you blue. Then you can also do some stuff in chat.
Right, left,
YouTube viewer, correct. YouTube viewer. There you go. Now you'll be able to post stuff in chat as well. I'll put that in the envelope I have for you. Congrats. Let's see what other goodies I got sitting here. Let's see. How much smaller can I make this red dot here that you guys will still be able to see the errors? I mean, because I don't know what this looks like on a screen except for my little one. But you guys will still be able to see something, but reverse feed finger lines behind the dome, down the doorway, on the right, and across the building face. What is this one? Uncirculated bag marks. Let's see what this one is. So on the 21s, nickel, I used to find a lot of this error. So if you come up here on the back, you got to move it in the light to see it. So see the feed finger lines? Yes, I do, Alexandra. Thank you. So you got your feed finger lines here. And a lot of those will happen behind the dome. But then you want to keep looking because sometimes those lines will carry on through the coin. See them there? Let me come back a little bit. So, and you can only see them just with the right angle of the light. There you go. So those lines are carrying all the way from up here down over the doorway, through the doorway, into the windows, side of the building. And I've even seen them that they come out the bottom of the building. This one does not. Got a scratch there, but oh wait, there's some maybe a little bit. Yeah, it does come all the way down just a little bit, very slightly. You haven't received my letter yet, Woodsy. It hasn't been 12 days or so, like you said. But that's cool to find those errors there. And then, of course, you always want to look on the side of the building for a die chip here. Cracks from the corners are pretty common. From the corner of the steps to the outer edge. I see nothing. That's got some scratches in it, jeez. But even with those scratches, I'll still keep this coin just because of how drastic the feed finger error is coming all the way through. Yeah, I mailed that last week. You probably be another week before you even see it. What's this one here? This one says 2019 large beehive error. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, yeah, that's a big one. Usually they're really small. That's a nice one. And I roll the coin different light angles just to see if I pick up on any other die chips or cracks. Because the light will hide them. There's a little baby chip starting there up on the dome a little bit. You can see right there. So I'm going to be doing a lot of giveaways, a lot of this stuff. I've just been going through some old boxes. That's the Alloy Air one there. And then... oh, is there any interest in... because I may be doing like a crazy sale on these, if there's interest in them. Let me see where they're at. Give me a second. Find them. So right here. So I've got stacks of these. So you guys need to let me know if you have any interest in this. I'll make up some sets. Because I'm wanting to kind of reduce some inventory, make room for other stuff. But I have tons. This is just one of them. But these are all notes with 888s. All of them are. I got 888s. So what I've done is, so you'll see here the 888 is in the last 3 position. And then go up to the first. So last 3. And then you bump it up a couple. So I was making sets and selling these as, let's see here. So I'd make a set, the 888s would be in the first position. See, those 888s are in the 3rd position. So I'd get another 888 that was in the 2nd. And I was making sets of 6 and selling them. I don't know if anybody have any interest in that or not. I can make those up. Yeah, okay, so wait. So there's the last, 2nd to last, 3rd to last position, 2nd, 3rd, then you bump it up to the 2nd position, and then the 1st, and then that would be a whole set. So that was, you know, one set I had for sale. 3, 4. Yeah, these are all separated in sets, actually. Good. So there's another set. Last, 2nd, 3rd. So you could have 888s going all the way across the serial numbers. You know, I may sell these cheaply. Not much over face. I'll just list them when I do it. So I got several sets of those, and I have those for the 888 notes, the 666 notes, and 777 notes. I've kept sets of all those. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Yeah, there's another set. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or someone wants to take them all and resell them. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 sets right there. So I'll be offering those up during the 500 stream if anybody wants them. Probably pretty cheap, maybe auction add-ons or something. Get you a cheap 888 set. If not, I'll mix them all back up and take them to the bank. Don't bother me. And let's see here. I still got Brown Sugar's notes set to the side. All those 069 notes. We also have, let's see here. I have tons of older notes. If anybody's interested in like the older dated notes, you know, the 90s, 80s. There's a beautiful. That's a beautiful one right there. I got that in a slip. What's this one here? Here's a quadruple 6 notes. I got tons of quad notes. What's that say? Like I said, I just need to reduce what I have. So these are probably just all older notes. 2006. What are these? 2003 A's. There's some 2003s. This is some 99s. Those are pretty common. 99s are common to find. 95s. Right there. And then when I come across them, I know when I put them in these plastic holders, something's fancy about them or they're nicer. Wow, that one's kind of crispy looking. That's a beauty, 1999 there. That's crispy. Try this week. What are you going to try this week? And of course, I got the star notes as well. There's a whole bunch of 2017 star notes. I know people like those. There's some more 2017s. There's 2017 A's checked and sorted. 2013s. And then I got just a folder of what I would consider like top tier, you know, better star notes in better condition than the rest. Not your general star note. If anybody else out there has initials BK like me, I can say BK notes. So any other BKs out there? We got some 5 of a kind notes that I'd like to sell. Rotator notes, offset miscut notes. Here's a whole nother stack of the 888s. And I don't know if anybody's into trinary notes anymore. They were hot for a moment, and that's when I used to sell them, but I kept them all different, sorted in different ways. So these are all trinaries with zeros, trinaries with 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, and 6. There's 5 of a kind. I actually made these little folders out of, this is how much I like slushies. Oh yeah, you could be a BK. The little holders the Sonic slushies come in, I would cut these and make the holders out of them. So that's how many slushies I've drank. I love the slushes. What are these? These are all combination notes with different double types of errors. So all these notes have more than like one error on them. So what's this one? This would have triple double double notes. There's some 6s and 9s brown sugar. Quad triples, quad doubles. There's more quad doubles. What the hell is that music? 2-digit repeat 3 times. So we got 202020. A slush. You like them slushes too, Ron? I love them, man. I get nerds in mine. I'd tell them put the nerds in. Sonic. There's a quad 6 double 8. I mean, it's, you know, if you guys are interested in some sort of note, there's a good chance I have it. Now the condition, I can't guarantee the condition, but I may have whatever type of number sequence or something you're looking for. Quads. Special notes with multi-category. Uh-oh, what's this one? Let's see what's in here. Obviously, I haven't looked in this box in a while. So this is double, triple, doubles. Got a little bit of a... What do we got here? Double, double, triple eights. Sometimes I just kept them if the number sequence looked interesting. There's a 5 of a kind zeros, 7s and 2s. There's 6 of a kind 7s with a triple and a double and a 6. I think I might have 1 or 2 web notes. I'd have to look in another box, but I think I have 1 or 2. That's how hard they are to find. With as many dollar bills as I've gone through, this one's kind of got a little turn digit raise going up in it as well. Quad 4s, 2s, and 8s. Here's a whole bunch of 9s with ink transfer on it. Back to front. 4s, 2s. Not the best shape. There's one that's kind of laddering up. The 5s are kind of sweeping upward. I'd say the last 3 are moving up. Compared to this side, these are straight across. Those are doing the Jeffersons, moving on up. Right there. Here's a 6 of a kind 4s with a turn digit on the 5 and miscut. No, that's actually a misprint. See how the short side coincides with the short side over here? So that's a misprinted note, not a miscut note. Or sorry, the other way around. 322000. So there's, I don't know, some other ones. All this stuff's for sale. Inventory reduction. Blowing the doors off. Crazy pricing. Just let me know what you need, what you're looking for. I could probably find it. Let's see what else we got here. Let's find us another error and give it away. How about that? Let me find another error coin or something here. I know there's got to be some. These are all Maya Angelou. Gotta be kidding me. All these. There's got to be a double earring in there somewhere. Double earring, I think, still has some pretty good value. I don't know. We'd have to look it up on eBay, see what the last one sold for. We'd probably do that. Let's look it up. Let's take a look at eBay and see what a double earring goes for. Uh-oh, streamer bot's quota has been exceeded. You can't do the things anymore. I'm sure that froze up, right? The chat froze over there. It's the only fault with that program, man. Locks up. So we're going to cut that out of there like that. Cut that out of there. And let's do a... Let's see here. Let's go to eBay and check it out real fast. Close streamer bot, yes. Alexander R, our last winner, yes. I'd say they probably still sell for anywhere between 20 and 40. They used to sell for a lot more than that when that error was first found. So we're going to advanced search. Angelou. Double earring. And all categories. Sold items. Search. And we'll share my screen here and we'll see what they sold for. Oh wow. Yeah, they're cheap. They're really cheap now. They used to be. That's one thing I looked at. They gave me the YouTube gave me the option, or I finally got the option where you can do the super chats and stuff, but I don't see. They said the membership. They'll let me know when I can do the memberships. I thought you were able to do all of those at the same time, but I guess not. So I'm waiting on that. Yeah, because I'll do 99-cent memberships. Yeah, no problem. Let's see here. We're going to pull up the eBay. And right here. And right there. So they've been selling for this error coin used to sell upwards of $40. And now they're like $7. So right there, the VDDR1. There's a good picture of it right there. That's kind of what the one error you're looking for. Blow that up. Oops. So you see how it's got that little extra line there and there. That's one of the errors. That's the VDDR1. There's another version of it right there. It's got the little. Then you got your regular earrings. But I think they have up to VDDR04. That is not Maya Angelou earrings. So $5. Wow, those gotten cheap. But I bet you those coins aren't in brilliant uncirculated condition. Die Clash double earring. Yeah, so I have this air where the air is here and where it's directly under as well, and I have one that's over here on the side. And they've got different like I said, different variants of them. So let me find a good air. Let's give away a good air. Give away a good air and start closing it down. I got a box over here. Hold on. We'll see if we find it's a good one. Good one to close it up. 2 boxes actually. Because when I first started going through all these coins, man, I was saving anything and everything that I could get my hands on. I just got boxes and boxes of them. Die chips. These are all 2024 nickel die chips. Die chip. Dome. These are all nickels. Now there's 2024 Ds. Well, only got a couple of those. Feed finger lines behind the ear. See, that's a Sally Ride one. That's got the feed finger lines behind the ear. Let's see what we got over here. Die chip in a tree. There's a gold toned one with gold toned quarter with the strike through air right there. Make this a little bigger here. We can get a little bigger, can't we? There we go. See that strike through grease right there? All under the neck, coming out and around the back side of the neck. You got to search a lot of quarters. Unload the dust. So you got strike through grease. All of this is strike through grease. That big blotch. All that is. So there's a lot of coinage we got here. Well, there's a brilliant uncirculated extra claw air of the Alaska. That's one of the nice ones as compared to that. That's all beat up. Got scratches on it. Maybe you look at the fields. See how clean those fields are? And then compare it to this one. Uncirculated, circulated. That's the difference. This coin's worth nothing. This is worth a couple bucks. Well, that one's worth a quarter. Strike through grease, both sides. These are all like toned. Or yeah, you can see the grease strike through there when I rotate it. The dark blotch behind the head. Let's see here. Yeah, under the horses, you can see the blotchiness. It's all strike through grease. The Tuskegee, look for feed finger lines under the chin. You can see the flash. The flash, that's feed finger lines at the chin. We got here 2008 Denver air, which is rare for a Denver to have air. But if you look all along the front of the face, all the way down through here, that's all strike through grease. See that dark patch? And the face looks kind of muddled. Crazy. But you have to have an eye for it. If you're buzzing through nickels really, really fast, you may miss that air. That's why I have, when I'm doing them, I have 3 different sets of lights at different angles that you guys can't see. I'm talking with my hands again. But, so I have one light that's positioned directly above here, one that's above here, and then one that's above here. Plus I have one back behind me up on my shoulder this way, shining light down. So when I'm taking the coins and I'm doing them really fast and you see me just roll the coin like that, I'm hitting all 3 light angles coming down on the coin, so I can see. I mean, you can even see that blotch right there, just rolling it, just like that. You could see that there's a blotch or something there on the coin. So when you're going real fast and I roll it, I can see that dark spot right there. Yeah, the redeems are turned off. Hooday. What we got here? These are probably all die crack, bottom left, bust out to Q and quarter. Let's see if we can see that right there. Coming from the bust, that crack going all the way out to the edge. Uncirculated. There's a nice 54D. Anybody need a 54D for the collection? Decent. It's a nice tone on that 78D. That's a nice one. 78D. Damn, look at that. The cartwheel on that. That's a beauty. I'd probably grade. And what's this one? Yeah, I ran out of flips. I've had to reuse some flips. I need to order some more. Hard to believe I went through all of them. I've ordered like 5,000 flips or something at one time and have finally gone through all of them. Alright, I want to give away one of these good ones here. Strike through. Feed finger lines. Alright, we'll do this one. Let's see if we can see it. This is 2000p Maryland. It says doubled in God we trust. Let's take a look and see if we can see it through this. Try to anyway. Probably can't. a flip, but if I have to, I have to. I need to raise the scope up. Yeah, look there on the N and the D and the I. That's machine doubling the W, the D on that. So we're going to give that one away and call it a night. 2000p Maryland BU coin. This is a nice one. This will be our EOS. That's a nice looking coin. But machine doubling on In God We Trust. I found it on 4423. A while ago. That's how long it's been in that box. Over 2 years. I think it's time for a new home. How about it? Hey, Goomba Gary. No, I just became really, really fast at it, Goomba Gary. Very, very fast. And like I said, I was going at peak when I was buzzing through them. I mean, these people on here, you know, my regs in here, they've seen me do. I can do a quarter box in 40 minutes, and guarantee. Well, now I can do it in like 40-45 minutes, and guarantee I pull out most of the errors that'll be in that box because I've trained my eyes. I've memorized everything. I've done the research. But the first box I ever went through took me over a week. So, yeah, you have to be fast and accurate, definitely. And so when I'm doing searches, generally, I call them my first pull coins. So these are like all first pull coins. So when I'm going through the box, instead of stopping and examining each coin as I'm going, they all just get tossed to the side. Boom, 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 boom. And then I have a pile of coins, which then I'll break down and separate into like all Maya Angelou's, you know, that I'm looking for an error. So these are all Maya Angelou's that I had set to the side that I'll go back and just bam, bam, bam. I'll look at all of these at once. Oh yeah, I want you all to know what you're getting. You know, I could just put them all in a pack and let you guess. Why'd I win on this one? I can't remember. Well, now you know. So yeah, these are all Maya Angelou's. So I would take all these coins and search them all at one time. And one of my shortcuts is this. So I'll take, this is like a non-slip silicone surface. So one of my shortcuts I kind of developed to look at the coins is I'd set them all, I'd set them all the same direction, all the same coin, and set them up on here like this. There, Mr. Goomba Gary. I'd set them up like this. I'd have my lighting. I've got angled lighting that I use that as I'm tilting it, if I'm tilting it this way, I can get a reflection from that light, or I can get the reflection back to me at this light. So with it being non-slip, I can rotate all the coins at the same time, not individually. And then I can have my eye loop, and I just go right down. And when you're looking at the same coin over and over and over and over, your brain will pick out the difference, the ones that are different. And so, like if it's a coin that just came out, something like that I have no idea what error I'm looking for, well, I'll set all those perfectly and then go slower, comparing each coin to the other and go, hey, wait a minute, that's different than the other one. Hey, BH. I'll go, hey, okay, that one's got something different than that one. That one's got something different than that one. And I'll set those to the side as a third look over. So that's how I do it quick. And it teaches you what to look for. So on this, like the Maya Angelou, I know to look in the hands, the ear, the bird, that, flip it. I know to look at the hair, just all in one shot. And rotating them, any brand new coin, the lighting setup I have, I don't even really need magnification to see a die chip, like a good sized die chip, because it will reflect differently than all, because I've got the same angle for all, all those coins. I can go like that and just look at them and say, hey, wait a minute, that's shining different than the others. And more than likely it's a die chip or a scratch or something like that, so you can kind of zoom in on it. But when I was first doing it, man, like I said, I was blasting through box after box after box. So I've got tons of these boxes with all these errors and different ones that at the time, I didn't know it was a common error. I was just, every error coin I found, I was pulling it. These are all, let's see here, these are nickels. So low mintage nickels, nicer looking ones. So as my knowledge grew and knowing what the errors are, and my knowledge of, hey, that's a shiny coin, but that shiny coin isn't worth keeping, because I used to keep all the shiny coins. So I was like, man, that's great condition. Well, now I go back to those boxes and go, what the hell was I thinking? Why did I save that coin? So now my inventory is reduced because I'm really picky on the coins I keep. I just don't keep all of them like I used to. So that's one of the shortcuts there. Look at them all at the same time, same coin. And that's how I go through them fast. And then the ones I haven't checked yet, I just put in a box and kind of label the date. So these are from 420. I haven't even looked at these yet. So these are all first pull coins that are probably potential errors or really nice ones. So these were error checks that I'd already just went through tonight. And these are all, yeah, first pull coins. So these are probably just all nicer ones. Or let's look at this one. This is from March 10th. I didn't even open. So we'll just go in here and look. These are either really nice, yeah, so they're really nice coins, or they're error coins. These seem to be the nice ones because you can look at the side. Those were nice ones I kept to the side. So then I go back and look at them. So out of the entire box I searched, these are the ones that would, I guess, had potential of keeping for some reason. And it's probably because of really clean fields, the lack of bag marks, nice cartwheel. So these are ones that I can put in sets for people, or if people ask me, hey, do you have this coin? I'll say, yeah. So that one I'll toss right there, because I can see the marks right there on the neck that I wouldn't keep it. It doesn't pass to me. There's a mark under the ear. So that's why these were first pulled out. They had potential to be something I would keep for somebody else, or see, that one I'll toss back, just a mark there and mark there I see. But I wouldn't see those marks as fast as I'm going through them. I just went, bam, okay, potentially it's good, toss it. So that's what a recheck is to me. And I'll go back through all of them, and then the ones that pass that, are your good nice coins that have a die chip or something somewhere. So there's one, you can see the chip right there on the dome. That's no magnification, just the way the light hits it. I can see that chip right there. So that's why I was going through these, to see if I could find something to give away. Damn, that's a nice war nickel there. Look at that one. Found that in a box, I'm sure. So let's see here. Broad strike. Wait, there we go. Who was saying West Virginia had a what? Strike through grease, interior die chip crack, and bottom bust Q. Let's take a look at that. What do we got here? Crack. So it's got strike through grease, I can see right there. There's a crack extending out of there. We'll give that one away right now. This will be my end of stream. Pretty nice. There's grease strike right there on the back too. You can just see that how it pops up under the bridge. That's all grease strike where it's dark. Alright, pulling a name from chat. Good luck. This will be my end of stream. Good luck, everybody. It'll be the EOS. Everything. Let's close it. So everybody make sure you've done something in chat that you could be noticed here. Let's see here. Let's go back and let's make it Brown sugar, give me a word we're going to use for the final. We can type it in. What's brown sugar? Hey, KCB, I didn't even see you sneak in. I was talking too much. Brown sugar is going to give us the keyword. What's it going to be tonight? Brown sugar? Sleepy. Yeah, you true that. True that, Sleepy. There you go. Sleepy's the keyword. Brown sugar gave it to us. Sleepy is our keyword. Open to everybody. Done. Let's reset. And there we go. It's collecting names. And thanks for everybody for being here. We're going to call this the Sleepy Gaw. And as I dig deeper in the vault, who knows what we're going to find, because some of these have been in a box for a while now, and I've probably forgotten what I've kept. So it's kind of fun too to go back and just kind of rediscover, you know, some of the things I pulled out, and some of them I go, why the heck did I even do that? See this here. Here's how simple it is sometimes. Check this out. So just buzzing through the coins, I just pulled out shiny ones to recheck. You know, I'm just going so fast. I'm like, okay, these shiny ones have potential to be kept. Didn't see much circulation, so I just pulled them out, threw them in a roll. So, and you should be able to pick out the ones that are newer, the newest of the new, like right there. That one. And you want to look for die chips here on the 2, the 5, and the cent sign right there. So I just roll it real quick, and I can already see I would not keep this coin. Just as shiny as it is. And another thing, oh, dropped them. Another thing that'll help too, if you can hold this almost perpendicular to the light, it'll make all those scratches show up that you can't see with it like that. Hold it to the side and you'll see all the fine hairline scratches, all the marks in the field. So yeah, old me would have went, ooh yeah, new me, toss it. So alright, let's pull us a winner. The winner's gonna get the Sleepy Gaw. Sleepy Gaw coming up. Let's do it. Good luck, everybody. I'm pulling names here, Jolly, right now. Winner is boom, Alexandra R again. Congrats, you got 2 of them tonight. Claim it. Claim it and it's yours. Congrats. But yeah, I'm still coming up with some stuff for the 500 sub stream. I want to make it special. So if you guys got any ideas or anything, email me. Those of you that have my number, send me a text. Come up with something cool. That one's got concentric circles in the middle. Uh-oh. We may be pulling another one. Yeah, the redeems are turned off, Tom Thumb. Alright, we're doing another name. 1 minute has expired. Oh, just made it. Wow. I'll give it to you. Just made it. I was about to pull the trigger. Congrats, Alexandra R. You get the Sleepy Gaw. The Sleepy Gaw, which is the West Virginia 2005P, West Virginia. Strike Through Grease. On the obverse is a blotch from here all the way around over to here and around here is all the Strike Through Grease. Plus it also has the die crack. You can see the dark patches there. See if I can get an angle. Dark patch all behind the head, that's all Strike Through Grease. You can also see the die crack coming from the bus out to Q. And you can see more strike through grease right here on the back, right this area, and all under there is all strike through grease where it's darker. Congrats to you. Sushi. I don't like sushi. I'll watch other people eat it, but I don't like it. Here's another one of those dietitian coins. But this one is the Rockefeller. Happens a lot on those 2020s. So be on the lookout for them if you guys are coin searchers. And just remember, be on the lookout. Get your notifications, because 500 streams coming up, and these will all be given away. Except for the one Ron picks out for himself. Ron gets one. Love you guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging with me. Hope you learned a little something tonight. I've learned a little something tonight from y'all, so I appreciate it. Much love, people. Let's shut it down with some Ooh Baby Baby Shark. And I appreciate y'all. If I can find the baby shark. Here we go. Here it is. Love you guys. Thank you.